Saint of the Day Anselm. Saint Anselm of Canterbury was a medieval Christian philosopher, theologian, and Benedictine monk who lived from 1033 to 1109 AD. He was born in Aosta, Italy, and became a student of Lanfranc, who later became Archbishop of Canterbury. Anselm became famous for his work on the ontological argument for the existence of God, as well as his contributions to medieval theology and philosophy. Anselm became a monk at the age of 27 and went on to become the abbot of the monastery of Bec in Normandy. He was a prolific writer, and his works include Monologion, Proslogion, and Cur Deus Homo. His most famous work is the Proslogion, in which he develops the ontological argument for the existence of God. Anselm's ontological argument is based on the concept of God as the greatest possible being. He argues that if we can conceive of a being that is greater than any other being we can imagine, then that being must necessarily exist, because existence is a necessary attribute of greatness. Anselm's argument has been the subject of much debate and criticism over the centuries, but it remains an important part of the history of philosophy and theology. In addition to his work on the ontological argument, Anselm made significant contributions to medieval theology and philosophy. He wrote extensively on the nature of God, the nature of sin, and the relationship between faith and reason. He also developed the idea of satisfaction theory, which became an important part of Christian theology in the medieval period. Anselm's life was marked by his commitment to the monastic life and to the Church. He was appointed Archbishop of Canterbury in 1093, and he worked tirelessly to defend the rights of the Church against the encroachment of secular powers. He was exiled twice from England for his opposition to the king's interference in church affairs, but he was eventually able to return to Canterbury, where he died in 1109. Anselm's legacy continues to be felt today in the fields of philosophy and theology. His work on the ontological argument has been influential in the development of modern philosophy, and his contributions to Christian theology continue to be studied and debated by scholars and theologians around the world. He was canonized by the Catholic Church in 1494, and his feast day is celebrated on April 21.